Hey, what's up? So a few people said they actually kind of enjoyed the silly little stories I told, and they wanted to hear more. And I was trying to think of a story I hadn't already talked about, like in a Q&A that was worth telling. And I ended up figuring out something I hadn't talked about yet, and it's actually a story about the time that I was absolutely humiliated by my driver's ed instructor in high school. So it's gonna be fun. So Now, for the sake of this story, I'm gonna call I'm gonna call not professor. Sorry, I'm gonna call this teacher Mr. Asscroft. I'm calling him Mr. Asscroft because that's very similar to how his actual name sounds, and also because I'm a mature adult who's clearly, not still bitter about something that some mean teacher said to me in high school. So before I start the story itself, before I talk about the event, I first want to paint you guys a picture of who Mr. Asscroft is, explain who he is as a person, and I feel there's no better way to do that than to give you this little example of something he said to a student. So imagine this scenario. A student walks into his class after not having completed last night's homework assignment, goes up to Mr. Asscroft and asks him, "Sir, I didn't finish my homework last night. I thought I had more time. I wasn't able to do it. Is there any way I could, turn this into you, later today? I mean, I have every intention of doing it. I turn it into you later and maybe just get partial credit." And he's like, "Nope, you missed the deadline. Sorry, buddy." It's like, "Sir, I want to finish the assignment. Don't you have office hours later? Can't I turn it in then?" And he's just like, "Nope, too late." And the guy's like, "You're not even going to give me partial credit? Dude, it's not fair." And then he's like, "Well, life sucks and then you die." So hopefully that gives you an idea about the kind of person Mr. Asscroft was. Pleasant individual. Clearly a man who cares deeply about his job and his interaction with his students. So, okay, story officially begins now. So, I think it was 9th or 10th grade. I don't remember which grade it was. It was probably 10th grade. And there was this silly little internet holiday. It wasn't some big thing. I think it was some little obscure thing on the internet called International Day of the Ninja. So obscure that really the only people who knew about it were just me and my group of nerd / theater friends. So, but I was aware that this was a thing, and I thought I would do something silly to break up the monotony of my week. I wanted to pull some kind of innocent little practical joke or prank, if you can even call it that. I decided, hey, for International Day of the Ninja, what if I were to come into school dressed in a ninja mask, and I go into my classes, and then I put on the ninja mask, I wait for the teacher to come in, and then the teacher walks in, and then they're like, "Hey everybody, so today we're gonna be going over," what the fuck? And they just see me, and then they have a reaction. I just wanted to kind of see what the reaction would be. I thought that would be amusing. I know, haha, what a funny fucking joke, hilarious. I know it's dumb. I was in 10th grade. I was a dumb teenager, whatever. But at the time, that was absolutely hilarious to me. So my first period class of the day was driver's ed. And so, I head into class. I sit next to one of my good friends, Austin, was in the class with me. I sit next to him. I pull the ninja mask out of my backpack, and I tell him, "Hey, dude, I'm going to do I explained to him what I was planning to do, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's going to be funny. Yeah, do it, man." And so I put on the mask. I adjust it, and I just wait for a bit. And eventually, Mr. Asscroft comes wandering in, and he starts out business as usual. He's just like, "All right, guys, so today we're going to start by talking about..." He just sees me and he just stops. And I start snickering, just because it's so fucking hilarious to me. So I start snickering like an asshole, and he just looks at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm just a smarmy grin on my face, "It's International Day of the Ninja." And so he pauses for a second, and then he walks over to me. And then he asks me, "International Day of the Ninja, what is that? Why don't you explain that to me?" And I'm like, "No, it's nothing." I take off the mask at this point, because I'm not trying to disrupt class. I just thought it would be funny to get that reaction. So I'm like, no, it's not. It's just some stupid little internet thing. It's not worth going into. It's like, no, really, no. I want to hear about it. Why don't you explain that to me in great detail? What's that about? You said it's on the internet. Why was it on the internet? Is that a real holiday or? No. It's like not really. It's just some like obscure it's just some obscure thing. It's kind of like an inside joke. It's like no. Oh, it's inside, and you thought that was reason enough to come into my class wearing that ninja mask. You thought that was like justification, and he keeps asking me questions about this, and every once in a while making like a smarmy little comment about how much of an idiot I am. And at first I'm laughing along with him, because I know it's stupid. I know what I was doing was dumb. I got it. It was stupid. And so I kind of expected teachers were gonna might give me some shit about this. So at first I'm just answering. So I'm kind of laughing along. I'm just like, no, it's like, it's this thing where it's like, but he keeps asking me questions. Like he's cross-examining a fucking witness. He just keeps asking me fucking questions about this. And my mood starts to change as he continues. After about the first minute and a half, I start being like, okay, all right, oh, you're still going. Okay. All right, you can stop. Okay, you can stop. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? And he just keeps fucking talking. Now I'm thinking all this in my head. Like, my mood's just shifting, and you can see slowly as the smile starts to leave my face. And he proceeded to do this to me for the next 4 minutes straight. It felt more like 30 minutes, but it was about 4 minutes. And for the entirety of that 4 minutes, now I'm not gonna try, obviously I can't, I'm not gonna try to paraphrase the entire exchange between the two of us, but I'll try to summarize it in the best way I can. The basic idea that he was trying to communicate to me during those 4 very, very long minutes was that you are the biggest fucking idiot in the world for wearing that mask in my class. And I'm gonna make you realize that by the time I'm done with you. And he continued to fucking ask question after question and occasionally throw in a comment about how I'm stupid. And, I was ready to have a teacher maybe give me some shit, maybe yell at me, take that off, or, or maybe at worst, I thought, maybe they'd send me to, the principal's office or something, right? They'd send me to the office and say, you're disrupting class, or... But, even that would have been a stretch. All I did was put on a fucking ninja mask in class, and I was willing to take it off as soon as the class started, so... What I didn't expect... I just wasn't fucking prepared to have a teacher, assault me with the Socratic method, you know what I mean? I didn't expect to be interrogated like I just robbed a fucking bank and they're trying to find where the other fucking burglars went off to. I just wasn't ready for this. And so after about 2 minutes of him constantly drilling into me and roasting my ass, the smile's completely gone. I can't even pretend to smile at that point. And my responses to his questions start becoming more desperate and more well, no, it's I don't know. I just thought it would be oh, you thought it was funny. You thought it was funny to come in class. Explain to me exactly why is that funny? Why do you think that was funny? And I was I'm sorry. I don't know. I thought it was just, and I'm starting to stammer because I'm I don't know. Because, when you keep asking, why did you do this, why did you do that, you keep asking why over and over again, eventually you start getting into, why does the universe exist, right? So, you're running out of answers that make sense, And I'm just sitting, and eventually I just run out of things, I'm just I don't know, I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know, and he keeps going, I'm visibly fucking upset at this point, and he's still fucking asking me questions. And he's still fucking making, smarmy comments about how I'm an idiot. And eventually, after about 3.5 minutes or so, it got to the point where there were fucking, I could feel, tears welling up in, my eyes. I didn't cry, but I came close. So, finally, after I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, like, I don't know, I don't know. And then, like, I just get to that point, and then he's like, okay, well, don't do it again. Anyways, class, today, and then he just goes back to the lesson, and he just goes on teaching the lesson as if nothing happened. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck did I do to deserve that? Jesus fucking Christ. What? And I look around at my fellow classmates in the room. Now, fortunately, this is fucking, the driver's ed class was like an optional class you could take if you wanted to. And, so there were only maybe 4 or 5 other people in the class. So thankfully it wasn't like a big classroom. But there's still more people than I would have liked to have been there, which is, 0. Excluding myself and the professor. And I look around at the other students in the room, and pretty much all of them, including my friend Austin, has this look on their face that's basically like, holy fucking shit, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, oh my god, I can't believe you fucking did that shit. So, the rest of my day was done after that, like, just ruined. I mean, my ass was fucking sore after that shit. And that was my first period of the day. My plans to do my silly ninja prank, and any future, well, that plan was done. I was done after that. I'm not fucking, like, I'm just, like, put the mask back in the backpack, like, well, there goes my fucking day. Like, because, like, how do you bounce back from that? That just, like, puts your whole day, that just ends your day. That's just, like, nah, like, it's a shit day now. Nothing's gonna change that. I could fucking come across $20, but I still got my ass roasted by the biggest asshole of a teacher here. So, well, what can you say? Mr. Asscroft was a swell guy. I don't know, maybe I deserved it for being a fucking idiot in the 10th grade. But I guess that's up for you to decide. Hope you enjoyed the little story of my incredible humiliation. If I can think of any more interesting stories to tell you, I'll make another video. Thanks for listening. Take care.